Hello, Guardians. This is Saint 14 here, and I'm here today to tell you some lore about the man that I don't think I am, but the man that was, or the exo that was, as he... Saint 14! Yes, the one I wanted to talk about, Saint 14. Alright, so, as we all know, the helmet Saint 14 is a exotic helmet piece, and it's a personal favorite of many defenders for its magical perk that blinds enemies that step into its bubble. But what of the man behind this helmet? And I don't mean my magical guardian, no, I mean the original Saint 14. And what did he do that made him so revered amongst the people? Well, to tell you that story, I have to start with something called the Battle of the Six Fronts, which is when the last city mounted its first counterattack for major defense against the fallen forces of Earth. Ooh, spin metal. Alright, so, basically back when the city was but a fledgling little town where the people started to gather and the consensus started their ruling, the Fallen saw the city as a place ripe for the plundering, something that would be easy to take and plunder for resources in their quest to gain back the Traveler, which is a story for another time. So, they mounted a massive all-scale attack. However, the city only had 4 orders of Titans to defend it, which is where we get the mark of the Six Fronts, which I don't think I have on me. No, I don't. Do I have a mark with it? Anyways, you might know it as the hexagon with 4 parts to it, or an X through it. This represents the 4 orders. There was 2 large orders which were set to take attacks from 2 directions, and 2 smaller orders which took the sides. The leading strategy here was defense at all costs, hold the line. Somehow, the Titan orders held back the attack, and the city was safe for another day. But some people say that the city should have charged afterwards, that the broken houses would have been ripe for the taking, and that the Titans shouldn't have just held, but should have gone on the offense afterwards. Saint 14 was one of these such people. Saint 14 was possibly one of the Titan vanguards of the time. It was inferred that because Saint 14 talked to consensus about getting Osiris to be the Warlock vanguard, which probably wouldn't have been possible unless he had a high-ranking position. Anyways, so what did Saint 14 do that makes him so magical? Well, aside from being one of the fighters at Six Fronts, he also led a counterattack in which he crippled the House of Devils. So throughout our fights, we've not encountered a Kel from the House of Devils. What happened? Well, some of you might remember that Saint 14's helmet has a dent in it. And it's right here. It's hard to tell because of the lighting, but if you get it just right, you can kind of see a divot in the shading. Let's see if I can get it better here. Can't really see it from here. It's kind of like right there. Anyways, well, the story goes that Saint 14 led his fire team, or a group of Titans, on a counterattack against the Devils. During such a fight, he grappled with the Kel itself. Now, keep in mind, Kels are massive. They are the size of Skolas, if not a little bit smaller. Skolas kind of drank a lot of ether and went a little nuts. But just imagine a big baddie. And the Kel picked up Saint 14, and Saint 14 did the only thing that a Titan could do in his position. He headbutted it. He headbutted it and killed the Kel in one blow. And if that's not the coolest thing you've ever heard, get out of my face. Anyways, this sent the Devils into disarray and allowed the city to start taking back land outside the walls. Afterwards, no one really knows what became of Saint 14. We know that he left on a quest to find Osiris, who left the Vanguard after they kept on refusing his ideas, his tactics to embrace the darkness and discover more about it. Not embrace it, necessarily, but delve into the darkness to find out, what it is. We understand the light, decently well, to the point where we can manipulate it, but we don't really know much about the darkness other than it's bad and it's scary. Oh, I'm awful. Wow. Anyways, so Osiris, being one of Saint 14's best friends, had to be found, and Saint 14 was just the man to do it. There are many legendary guardians we know of. We know of Dredgen Yor, Shin Malfur, and of them, only a few we know aren't dead. Wei Ning, one of the legendary Striker Titans, we know died at the hands of Crota. All of Eris's fire team died, at the hands of the Crota's End raid. But Saint 14 and Osiris, those are two guardians we don't know what happened to. We know Osiris left to go study the darkness, and Saint 14 went to go find him. But other than that, they could very well be alive. Or taken by the darkness. Who knows? Let's find out next time. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know. If I get, this isn't like a grab for likes, but if I get at least 50 likes or so in the video, I'll make something else, maybe on the House of Stone, or the Fallen. Perhaps I'll start doing videos on the Book of Sorrows, which is the religious text that Oryx left. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. This has been Saint 14, or rather, a very sexy impersonator. Signing off.